In a world where actions often have a greater impact than words, it's sometimes easy to underestimate the significant influence that our spoken words possess. The power of our words is immense, as they can shape our lives, influence our thoughts, and have a profound impact on those around us. This book, The Power of Words. The words you speak can transform your life, demonstrates how the language we use in our daily lives has the power to bring about significant change. In the upcoming lessons, we will discuss how our words can impact us positively or negatively. We'll find that although words are free, the manner in which we employ them can have consequences. We'll discover that the words we tell ourselves in difficult times can either uplift us or bring us down. We'll explore the impact of positive language on our self-perceptions and how our words can inspire others. In addition, we will explore the wisdom found in ancient proverbs that highlight the power of a calm response in diffusing conflict, as opposed to the negative impact of using harsh language. We'll discover that wise words have the power to heal, while hasty words can be as sharp as a sword. By maintaining control over our speech, we can prevent unnecessary complications in our lives. As we progress through these lessons, we'll discover that our words have the ability to go beyond communication and become a powerful tool for change. After reading this book, you will develop a deeper understanding of how your words can greatly influence your own life and the lives of those in your circle. Let's start this journey together and discover the amazing power of words. Lesson 1. Words are free. Words held a captivating allure for Melanie throughout her life. She would spend hours immersed in the pages of her favorite books, captivated by how a few sentences could whisk her away to distant places and introduce her to unforgettable characters. As Melanie matured, her passion for language grew stronger. She started to realize the significant influence that words could wield, not just in her own life, but also in the lives of others. One day, as Melanie was casually browsing through her social media feed, she stumbled upon a post that immediately caught her attention. It was a quote that was so clear and straightforward, consisting of just a few lines of text. However, it struck a chord with her in a way that very few things ever had. Never underestimate the impact of words, it said. Words have the power to inspire action. Melanie leaned back in her chair, absorbing the information. She had always been aware of the immense power of language, and this quote perfectly encapsulated the essence of that power. Words have the power to do more than just convey information or express ideas. They can reach people on a profound emotional level, inspiring them to take action. Feeling inspired, Melanie decided to see the impact of words firsthand. She began by reaching out to friends and family members, offering them messages of encouragement and support. She reached out to her colleagues who were facing challenges with their projects, providing them with sincere emails filled with guidance and reassurance. She started sharing her personal stories and experiences online, using her words to connect with others and create a sense of community. Almost immediately, Melanie was amazed to see that her efforts were starting to pay off. Her kind words resonated with friends and acquaintances who expressed gratitude for the timely impact they had. Her colleagues approached her with a newfound sense of energy and enthusiasm, ready to take on challenges that had previously felt overwhelming. People from different parts of the world started interacting with her online, sharing their own stories and perspectives in response to her posts. As Melanie observed the way this ripple effect played out, she couldn't help but be amazed by the immense power of words. She witnessed the profound impact that a well-chosen phrase, delivered with genuine sincerity, could have on someone's day or even their entire life. She observed the power of language to overcome obstacles and connect people from diverse backgrounds and far-flung locations. However, Melanie was well aware of the responsibility that comes with the power of words. She understood the power of language to both heal and inspire, as well as its potential to wound and destroy. She had witnessed the destructive power of hurtful words, the chaos caused by false information, and the dangerous consequences of hate speech. With a strong desire to make a positive impact, Melanie made a conscious effort to choose her words carefully and communicate her messages effectively. She made a conscious effort to communicate with kindness and empathy. Even during challenging discussions, she carefully verified her sources and analyzed the information before sharing it online. She utilized her platform to give a voice to those who had been historically overlooked or marginalized. As Melanie continued to grow and evolve, she always remembered the valuable lesson she had learned from that quote. She understood the profound impact of words on emotions and actions. She was confident that by using that power with purpose and consideration, she could have a meaningful impact on the world. As time went on, Melanie's words started to have a significant impact that reached far beyond the people closest to her. She gained a reputation as a highly regarded figure in her community, admired for her insightful perspective, empathy, and talent for fostering unity among people. She utilized her words to champion causes she was passionate about, to confront unfairness and inequality, and to motivate others to take action. Reflecting on her journey, Melanie came to understand that the impact of words extended beyond her own control. Everyone had the incredible power to use a special gift that could have a profound impact on the world. She understood that if more people could grasp and utilize that power, their potential for achievement would be boundless. And so Melanie carried on, expressing herself through speech, writing, and sharing her words with the world. She pursued her passion for language not for personal gain, but because she truly believed in its power to bring about positive change. She understood the impact her words could have on others, and was committed to using that influence to make a positive difference. As she observed her words spreading like ripples in a pond, Melanie realized she had discovered her true passion. She had unlocked the immense power of words and dedicated her life to making a positive impact, touching hearts one by one. Words play a crucial role in our everyday lives, as they are essential for communication and form the foundation of human interaction. Language is the powerful tool that enables us to express our thoughts, feelings, and desires. From the moment we begin speaking as infants to the countless conversations we have throughout our lives, words allow us to connect with others, build relationships, and navigate the complexities of the world. However, many times we overlook the significant impact that words have on our lives, underestimating their immense power. Initially, it may appear that words are unrestricted, an abundant resource that we can utilize without any repercussions. Speaking is a natural human skill, and the words we use reflect our thoughts and experiences. However, upon further analysis, it becomes evident that although words themselves may not have a price, the manner in which we employ them can have significant consequences. The way we communicate, the tone we use, and the messages we share can greatly impact our lives, either positively or negatively. Our words have a profound impact on our relationships and can greatly influence our lives. Effective communication plays a crucial role in building and maintaining strong relationships with our loved ones and colleagues. Using words that are kind, supportive, and uplifting helps to foster an environment of trust, respect, and mutual understanding. We demonstrate our appreciation for others' thoughts and emotions, and our dedication to fostering and sustaining healthy, positive connections. However, if we choose to use words that are harsh, critical, or dismissive, we run the risk of harming the connections we want to build. Using negative language, such as insults, sarcasm, or passive aggression, can harm trust, create resentment, and potentially damage even the most solid relationships. When we're caught up in a heated situation, it's often difficult to control our emotions, and we may end up saying things we later wish we hadn't. Nevertheless, the consequences of such outbursts can be significant, often resulting in emotional pain, wounded egos, and even the breakdown of valued connections. In addition to personal relationships, the language we use can greatly affect our professional lives. Effective communication is crucial in the workplace to build strong teams, encourage collaboration, and achieve shared objectives. Using clear and concise language that is respectful showcases our professionalism, competence, and dedication to our work. We demonstrate to our colleagues and superiors that we are dependable, honest, and capable of successfully managing even the most difficult tasks and situations. On the other hand, if we use clear, straightforward language, we can enhance our credibility and maintain a positive reputation. Effective communication is crucial to avoid misunderstandings, meet deadlines, and prevent costly errors, which can greatly impact our careers. In today's fast-paced, highly competitive business world, effective communication is a valuable skill that can differentiate us from our peers and create new opportunities for growth. Through practicing mindful communication, we can tap into the positive impact of our words. We have the option to use language that promotes unity, respect, and positive connections, instead of language that creates divisions, belittles, and causes harm. We have the power to use our words to foster understanding, mend wounds, and shape a world that is compassionate, fair, and genuinely liberated. Lesson 2. Words move hearts, and hearts move limbs. Throughout the course of human history, words have played a crucial role in driving change, sparking revolutions, and providing solace to those in need. Words have the power to convey our deepest emotions, share our cherished dreams, and forge connections that go beyond the physical realm. Denying the significance of words is to overlook a fundamental aspect of our humanity. Words have a remarkable power to touch people's hearts. Speaking from a genuine and open place allows our words to deeply resonate with others. Words have the incredible ability to create vivid images, stir deep emotions, and connect people in a shared experience. Words possess a remarkable ability to break through emotional barriers and create inexplicable bonds. Whether it's a declaration of love, an inspiring speech, or a timely word of encouragement, their impact is profound. In a world that can often feel disconnected and fragmented, the power to touch hearts with words is a precious gift that should never be underestimated. How can we harness the power of words in our own lives? Recognizing the immense potential within every word we speak is the first step. By being intentional and mindful in our conversations and interactions, we can start to recognize how our words have the power to influence the world. We become more mindful of our language, speaking from a genuine and empathetic place and utilizing our words as a means for personal development and healing. In all aspects of our lives, the words we choose hold significant influence. Whether it's in our personal relationships, professional endeavors, or interactions with strangers. Improving your listening skills is another important aspect of harnessing the power of words. When we listen attentively to others, we create a welcoming environment where their words are appreciated and respected. We demonstrate the value of their experiences and perspectives, and remain receptive to the potential for personal growth through their words. Practicing deep listening not only helps us better understand the world around us, but also fosters genuine connection and meaningful dialogue. Lesson 3. What you say to yourself when you're feeling down matters. During our most challenging times, when we feel overwhelmed by the burdens we carry, it's common to give in to negative thoughts that come with sadness, anxiety, and despair. It's common to get stuck in a negative cycle of doubting ourselves and being overly critical, believing we're not good enough, incapable, or inherently flawed. However, it's important to remember the immense impact our words can have on ourselves. The narratives we create about our identity and potential are often overlooked. The way we speak to ourselves during difficult times has a profound impact on our lives. Our words have the power to shape our reality and influence the direction our lives take. This truth is centered around a fundamental idea. Our thoughts and beliefs hold the ability to shape our experiences. Engaging in negative self-talk can limit our perspective and create a sense of lack in our minds. We often find ourselves doubting our abilities, convinced that success is unattainable, and that true happiness and fulfillment will always elude us. As we consistently remind ourselves of these messages, they gradually become ingrained in our subconscious minds. This, in turn, affects our perceptions and influences our actions, often without us realizing it. However, the impact of negative self-talk can hinder our progress and trap us in cycles of self-doubt and self-sabotage. On the other hand, positive self-talk has the potential to revolutionize our lives beyond our wildest imagination. Speaking to ourselves with kindness, compassion, and encouragement sent a powerful message to our subconscious minds. It affirms our worthiness, capability, and deservingness of love and happiness. We are embracing our natural talents and capabilities and allowing ourselves to envision ambitious goals and pursue our interests with self-assurance and determination. Certainly, developing a habit of positive self-talk can be challenging, particularly when we find ourselves in tough or demanding circumstances. It's easy to slip back into negative thinking, criticizing ourselves for our mistakes and flaws, and believing that we are somehow fundamentally flawed or unworthy of love. However, during these times, it is crucial to recognize the significance of positive self-talk. By consciously choosing to speak to ourselves with kindness and compassion, we can change our outlook and gather the determination to continue progressing. Practicing affirmations is a highly effective method for developing a habit of positive self-talk. Affirmations are straightforward, positive statements that we regularly repeat to ourselves. The purpose is to reprogram our subconscious minds and change our beliefs about ourselves and the world. For instance, we could affirm, "I deserve love and happiness," or "I have faith in my capacity to conquer any obstacle." Through regular repetition, we start to internalize these statements as our truth. Gradually, they become the default lens through which we perceive ourselves and our lives. Gratitude is another effective tool for fostering positive self-talk. By directing our attention towards the things we appreciate, such as the love from our loved ones, the impactful experiences we've had, and the blessings that enrich our lives, we naturally redirect our focus from our perceived flaws and restrictions to the plentiful abundance and beauty that envelops us. By incorporating gratitude into our daily routine, we develop a mindset that focuses on the positive aspects of ourselves and our surroundings. This helps us build resilience and enhances our ability to tackle any obstacles that may arise. Certainly, developing a habit of positive self-talk is not a quick fix for life's difficulties and challenges. There may be moments when we experience sadness, encounter challenges and setbacks that appear overwhelming, and find it difficult to muster the courage to persevere. However, when we choose to speak to ourselves with kindness and compassion, even during challenging times, we increase our chances of overcoming obstacles and becoming more resilient in the end. Lesson 4. Positive words have the power to enhance your self-perceptions. Deep down, we all have a natural longing to experience a sense of self-worth. We all desire a feeling of value, assurance, and tranquility. Unfortunately, negative self-talk and limiting beliefs often make it difficult to see the path to these essential elements of well-being. By constantly criticizing ourselves and fixating on our perceived flaws and shortcomings, we create obstacles that hinder our ability to embrace self-acceptance and personal growth. Positive words have a powerful impact, serving as a remedy for the harmful effects of negative self-talk. The language we employ to define ourselves and our experiences holds significant sway over our subconscious mind. Our minds are always working to process the information we give them. And as time goes on, the words we repeat to ourselves become strong beliefs. By incorporating positive language into our internal dialogue, we can transform how we perceive ourselves in a more empowering way. By swapping negative phrases like, "I can't" or "I'm not good enough" with positive affirmations like, "I am capable" and "I am worthy," we can gradually reshape our thinking to adopt a more optimistic and resilient mindset. Positive words have a significant impact that goes beyond just talking to ourselves. The way we communicate with others has a significant impact on how we see ourselves. Engaging in positive and encouraging conversations helps to create a nurturing environment that boosts our self-esteem. When we show appreciation, give compliments, and cheer for others' achievements, we create a positive environment that also benefits us. As we observe how our positive words affect others, we start to believe in our own worth and ability to make a meaningful impact on the world. Positive words have a remarkable ability to change the way we see our challenges and setbacks. When we encounter challenges, it can be tempting to give in to negative thoughts and let our self-image suffer. Nevertheless, through making a deliberate choice to embrace a positive outlook, we have the ability to turn even the most challenging situations into chances for personal development and strength. Failures can be seen as valuable lessons that help us become more self-aware and successful, rather than as judgments of our worth. By incorporating positive language and showing ourselves kindness, we develop the resilience needed to overcome challenges and maintain a positive self-image. Scientific research has been increasingly supporting the impact of positive words on our self-perceptions, going beyond just subjective experience. Research has indicated that incorporating positive self-talk and using affirmative language can result in higher self-esteem, increased motivation, and improved performance in different areas of life. Consistently exposing ourselves to positive words helps us tap into the brain's neuroplasticity. This allows us to create new neural pathways that support a more optimistic and resilient mindset. When we make a conscious effort to emphasize the positive aspects of ourselves and our lives, we set in motion a cycle where we attract more positive experiences and relationships that strengthen our positive self-image. Lesson 5. Your words are inspiration for others. Words have a significant impact on human interaction. They possess the power to bring about healing or harm, construction or destruction, and inspiration or discouragement. When we communicate, our words have the power to greatly influence the people around us, both emotionally and intellectually. Your words have a unique ability to inspire others. Understanding and utilizing this power allows you to inspire and support others in achieving their goals and living meaningful lives. Inspiration is all about the power of our words to awaken the dreams, passions, and aspirations of others. Speaking from a place of authenticity, vulnerability, and wisdom allows your words to deeply resonate with others. They are more than just words. They become beacons of hope, guiding lights that show the way to personal growth and self-discovery. Your words have the power to inspire and support others on their journey towards their goals, providing encouragement and reassurance when they need it most. Sharing your own stories of triumph and resilience can have a profound impact on inspiring others. Everyone has experienced difficulties, but they have managed to conquer them and come out even stronger. Sharing your experiences openly creates a strong connection with others who may be facing similar challenges. Your words serve as a powerful reminder to others that they have the ability to conquer challenges and triumph over difficult circumstances. When you openly share your personal experiences, it inspires others to accept their own challenges and discover the strength to keep going. In addition, your words can challenge and broaden perspectives of those around you. In a world that is frequently characterized by division and polarization, your words have the power to act as a bridge, promoting understanding, empathy, and unity. Speaking with compassion, nuance, and a willingness to engage in meaningful dialogue allows others to explore new ideas and consider alternative viewpoints. Your words encourage people to explore new perspectives and embrace personal growth and learning. Through exemplifying an open-minded attitude and a dedication to comprehension, you motivate others to embrace a curious, humble, and connected approach to the world. Your words have the incredible ability to inspire not only yourself, but also others, and can even bring about positive social change. Words have played a crucial role in driving movements that have transformed society over time. Words have the power to inspire communities, question the norm, and motivate people to take action. Your voice has the ability to make a difference when you support important causes, stand up against injustice, and work towards a fair and caring world. Your words hold immense power to bring about positive change. They motivate others to participate in the struggle, to assert their convictions, and to strive for a future that positively impacts all of humanity. When you take on the role of an inspirational speaker, it's important to approach the responsibility with humility and a dedication to continuous learning. Understand that effective communication involves more than just your words. Genuine inspiration often emerges from the connection and interaction between the speaker and the listener. Stay receptive to feedback, the perspectives and experiences of others, and the continuous process of improving your message and delivery. Inspiration is something that doesn't just happen once, but rather it is an ongoing process of personal growth and exploration, both for yourself and for those you aim to inspire. Amidst a world that can often feel fractured and uncertain, the impact of your words in inspiring others holds immense significance. Speaking with authenticity, compassion, and wisdom can inspire hope, strengthen resilience, and drive positive change. Your words have the power to illuminate the path for others, provide them with a sense of direction, and inspire them to reach their full potential. Take on this responsibility with humility and dedication, understanding the impact your words can have on people's lives and the course of history. Lesson 6. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. This proverb emphasizes the importance of how we react to others, especially when emotions are running high, and how it can greatly affect the outcome of the situation. When we encounter anger, frustration, or hostility, it can be tempting to respond in a similar manner and let our own emotions guide our reaction. Nevertheless, the wisdom of this saying implies that a different approach, characterized by gentleness and compassion, can have a profound impact on even the most unpredictable situations. Understanding the concept of a gentle answer goes beyond the words we use. It involves our overall attitude and how we interact with others. Our approach focuses on empathy, patience, and understanding, creating an environment where authentic communication can thrive. Responding to anger or aggression with a gentle answer shows our openness to listen, understand the other person's viewpoint, and find common ground. By choosing not to escalate the situation, and instead responding in a thoughtful and considerate manner, we give the other person a chance to reconsider their initial reaction and participate in a more productive conversation. The strength of a gentle response lies in its capacity to disarm and diffuse. When provided with a calm and understanding response, even the most intense emotions can start to fade away. Our words have a calming effect, helping to reduce tension and promote rational and productive conversations. Choosing to respond with kindness and understanding sends a strong message that we prioritize the relationship and are dedicated to finding a mutually beneficial solution. On the other hand, the proverb cautions about the harmful impact of using unkind words. It's important to be mindful of our emotions when responding to a situation, as letting anger or frustration guide our actions can make things worse and harm our relationship. Words spoken in moments of anger can have a profound impact, causing emotional wounds and damaging relationships. They have the potential to intensify conflicts, making it harder for the other person to change their stance and engage in productive conversations. The consequences of using hurtful language go beyond the initial conversation. These thoughts and emotions can stay with us, causing pain and damage to our relationships. Even if someone apologizes later, the impact of hurtful words can be long-lasting, making it challenging to achieve true reconciliation and understanding. Using harsh language can have negative consequences for both the present and future of a relationship. This proverb applies to more than just personal relationships. It is relevant in all aspects of life, including the workplace and politics. In today's world, where polarization and division are becoming more prevalent, it is crucial to emphasize the significance of communicating with kindness and empathy. When we come across different opinions or beliefs, it can be tempting to use harsh language and attack people personally, trying to win arguments instead of promoting understanding. Nevertheless, this approach tends to further separate people and solidify their stances. On the other hand, if we respond to disagreements with a kind and considerate approach, it opens up the opportunity for meaningful conversation and the chance to discover shared perspectives. When we take the time to understand the other person's point of view, show that we value their concerns, and respond with empathy and respect, we show that we are open to finding a solution that benefits both parties. This approach requires a willingness to be patient, humble, and dedicated to the greater good. It has the potential to bridge even the most challenging divides. A gentle answer holds immense power, not only in resolving conflicts, but also in being an essential quality of effective leadership. Leaders who can communicate with gentleness and compassion, even when faced with challenges or criticism, are often highly respected and influential. They grasp the concept that effective leadership involves more than just exerting authority or dominating others. Instead, it is about inspiring and empowering those in their vicinity. Responding to challenging situations with a calm and considerate approach fosters an atmosphere of active listening, appreciation, and collaboration, encouraging people to unite and strive towards a shared objective. Certainly, mastering the skill of delivering a kind response can be quite challenging at times. Developing the necessary skills can be quite challenging as it requires a certain level of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and self-control. When emotions are running high, it can be tempting to resort to familiar patterns of behavior and speak harshly. With a little practice, we can learn to respond with kindness and empathy by taking a moment to reflect before speaking. Lesson 7. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Language has the power to either foster understanding or create barriers between people. This timeless wisdom is captured in the powerful phrase, "Words spoken in haste can wound like a sword, but the words of the wise can bring healing." This statement emphasizes the clear difference between the negative impact of thoughtless speech and the positive influence of carefully chosen words. The metaphor comparing rash words to sword thrusts is vivid and fitting. Similar to how a sword can cause severe physical injuries, hastily spoken words can deeply hurt and affect someone's emotions and well-being. Speaking without careful consideration can have a significant impact on the people around us. Words spoken in moments of anger, frustration, or pride can cause lasting damage to relationships, leaving behind emotional scars that may never fully heal. Rash words have a lasting impact that reaches far beyond the present moment. These words have a lasting impact on people, leaving a deep emotional impression. Even if the speaker later feels remorse and tries to make things right, it can be challenging to forget the pain caused. Using thoughtless language can damage trust, create doubt, and hinder open, honest communication. In today's interconnected world, the impact of our words cannot be underestimated, whether in personal or professional settings. The way we communicate can have lasting effects on our relationships and overall success. In addition, the harm caused by thoughtless words extends beyond just the person who hears them. The consequences of hasty speech also affect the speaker. When we let our words be guided by impulsive decisions instead of thoughtful consideration, we weaken our credibility and integrity. We might end up pushing away people who used to think highly of us, harming our reputation, and making it harder for us to communicate and lead effectively. Both the person who said them and the person who received them have to bear the consequences of thoughtless words. On the other hand, the proverb highlights how the tongue of the wise can bring healing. This truth is significant and impactful, emphasizing the potential for transformation through kind and thoughtful words. Speaking with wisdom, empathy, and understanding allows us to heal wounds, rebuild relationships, and motivate growth and transformation. The wise person's words have a comforting effect on the soul and can guide towards reconciliation and healing. Effective communication fosters genuine connection and understanding. Speaking with wisdom fosters open and respectful dialogue, where others' thoughts, feelings, and experiences are valued. We foster an environment of trust and openness, where even the most challenging discussions can be approached with grace and compassion. Our careful choice of words reflects our strong dedication to the happiness of others and the strength of our relationships. The wisdom of a person's words can have a profound impact on both individual and group development, fostering healing and progress. Speaking with wisdom has the ability to inspire, motivate, and uplift those around us. We can use our words to inspire others to chase their dreams, to stay strong in tough times, and to have faith in their own value and abilities. The wise use their words as a powerful tool for creating positive change, helping both people and communities to overcome challenges and reach their greatest goals. In order to foster wisdom, it is important to start by nurturing a strong sense of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. It's important to take a moment to think before we speak, considering how our words may affect others. Let's use language that reflects our true values and intentions. This involves being receptive to others, striving to comprehend rather than solely focusing on being comprehended, and approaching challenging discussion with empathy and a determination to find shared solutions. Understanding the importance of wise speech requires us to be humble and acknowledge our own limitations. It's important to acknowledge our mistakes, genuinely apologize for any harm we've caused, and always strive for personal development and learning. The tongue of the wise is developed through a lifelong dedication to self-reflection, empathy, and compassion, rather than being solely based on innate talent or intelligence. Amidst a world that often seems more polarized and divided, the importance of wise speech cannot be overstated. When we let our words be influenced by anger, fear, or prejudice, we contribute to a culture that is divided and lacks trust. When we communicate with wisdom, kindness, and understanding, we can bring people together, promote healing, and foster a more fair and compassionate world. The path to wise speech is not always straightforward. We must face our own biases, limitations, and fears, and take responsibility for the impact of our words. It is important to constantly work towards aligning our language with our core values and aspirations. However, embarking on this journey is highly valuable, as the benefits of speaking wisely are beyond measure. Learning to speak with wisdom has a profound impact on our lives and the people around us. It has the power to transform and contribute to healing and growth. The proverb there is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing, reminds us to be mindful, compassionate, and wise in our speech. It serves as a reminder that the impact of our words can be significant, either causing harm or healing, dividing or uniting, tearing down or building up. By embracing the wisdom of effective communication, we contribute to a world where understanding, growth, and positive change are fostered. Lesson 8. Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. Every word we say, whether in public or private, can affect not just ourselves, but also those around us. Speaking without careful consideration can lead to negative consequences, such as harm, strained relationships, and avoidable conflicts. Careless speech can lead to various troubles, including hurt feelings, misunderstandings, damaged reputations, and legal liabilities. Gossip and rumors can cause trouble when people speak without thinking. Engaging in idle talk about others, where we share unverified or potentially harmful information, only adds to a culture of mistrust and negativity. Spreading gossip, even unintentionally, can have serious consequences, causing harm to relationships and reputations. When we control our speech and avoid participating in such behavior, we safeguard ourselves and those around us from the harmful effects of gossip and speculation. Conflict and confrontation are areas where our words can often cause trouble. During times of heightened tension and strong emotions, it is common for people to express themselves through hurtful words and critical remarks. However, taking such an approach usually doesn't result in a productive resolution and often just makes the situation worse. When we control our words, even when provoked, we allow for calmer minds to prevail and for more productive conversations to occur. Developing self-control and emotional intelligence can be a bit challenging, but the benefits of maintaining positive relationships and achieving our goals make it worthwhile. There are advantages to being mindful of how we speak and communicate, which go beyond just our interactions with others. The words we use in our professional lives can greatly influence our success and progress. Speaking without thinking can have negative consequences, such as damaging our credibility, alienating colleagues and clients, and jeopardizing our careers. On the other hand, if we choose to be wise and careful with our words, we can show professionalism and maturity, which can lead to new opportunities for personal and professional development. In order to foster the practice of controlling our speech, it is important to first cultivate a strong sense of self-awareness. It's important to be mindful of our thoughts and emotions and to be aware of the potential consequences before speaking impulsively. By gaining a better understanding of our inner thoughts and feelings, we can learn to pause before speaking, giving ourselves a chance to think about how our words might affect others. This allows us to select language that aligns with our core values and intentions. Keeping our mouths and tongues in check is not about stifling our authentic selves or suppressing our opinions and beliefs. Instead, it's about developing the ability to communicate in a manner that is considerate, helpful, and polite. It's important to be mindful of our language, taking into account the situation and how we communicate. It's also crucial to be open to apologizing and making things right if we make mistakes. When we approach communication with humility and a desire to learn and grow, our words become a powerful tool for fostering collaboration, building understanding, and creating positive change. In today's complex and interconnected world, it is crucial to be mindful of the way we communicate and express ourselves. When we let our words be influenced by anger, fear, or prejudice, we contribute to a culture that is divided and lacks trust. However, by speaking with wisdom, kindness, and respect, we can bring people together, mend relationships, and build a fair and caring world for everyone. This involves being open-minded and willing to have challenging conversations, as well as taking responsibility for the impact of our words. The path to mastering self-control over one's speech can be challenging at times. It involves consistently reflecting on ourselves, dedicating ourselves to personal development, and being open to acknowledging our own limitations and biases. However, the benefits of this practice are invaluable. Using our words wisely and thoughtfully helps us steer clear of unnecessary problems and fosters a culture of enhanced comprehension, cooperation, and respect. Lesson 9. Gracious words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body. At its core, the concept of gracious words is rooted in the recognition that language is not merely a tool for conveying information, but also a means of connecting with others on a deep, emotional level. When we speak with grace and kindness, we tap into a fundamental human need for connection, validation, and support. Just as a honeycomb is a source of nourishment and sustenance for bees, gracious words provide essential emotional nourishment for the human soul. They have the power to soothe, comfort, and inspire, to lift us up when we are feeling down, and to remind us of our inherent worth and potential. The impact of gracious words on the soul cannot be overstated. In a world that often feels harsh, judgmental, and unforgiving, kind and compassionate speech acts as a balm, providing a moment of respite and relief from the struggles and challenges of daily life. When we encounter someone who speaks to us with genuine warmth, empathy, and understanding, we feel seen, heard, and valued. We are reminded that we are not alone in our struggles, that there is goodness and beauty in the world, and that we have the strength and resilience to overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Moreover, the effects of gracious words extend beyond the immediate moment of interaction. They have a way of lingering in our minds and hearts, providing a source of ongoing comfort and support long after the initial exchange has ended. When we carry the memory of a kind word or a compassionate gesture with us, we are better equipped to face the challenges that lie ahead. We draw strength from the knowledge that there are people in the world who believe in us, who see our potential, and who are willing to offer their support and encouragement when we need it most. But the power of gracious words is not limited to the realm of the soul. As the proverb suggests, they also have a profound impact on the body. Research has shown that positive, uplifting language can have measurable physiological effects, reducing stress, lowering blood pressure, and even boosting the immune system. When we speak with kindness and compassion, we create an environment that is conducive to physical health and well-being, one that allows our bodies to function at their best. This connection between gracious words and physical health is not merely a matter of correlation, but of causation. The words we speak and the emotions they evoke have a direct impact on our biochemistry, triggering the release of hormones and neurotransmitters that can either promote or undermine our health. When we engage in negative self-talk or lash out at others with harsh, critical language, we activate the body's stress response, flooding our system with cortisol and other harmful chemicals. Over time, this chronic state of stress can take a serious toll on our physical and mental well-being, contributing to a host of health problems ranging from anxiety and depression to heart disease and autoimmune disorders. In contrast, when we cultivate a habit of speaking with grace and compassion, we create an internal environment that is conducive to healing, resilience, and vitality. By choosing words that uplift and inspire, we send a powerful message to our bodies that we are safe, supported, and capable of thriving in the face of life's challenges. This, in turn, triggers the release of positive hormones like oxytocin and endorphins, which have been shown to promote feelings of bonding, trust, and well-being, as well as to boost the body's natural healing processes. The benefits of gracious words extend beyond the individual level, however. When we make a habit of speaking with kindness and compassion, we contribute to a culture of positivity and support that has the power to transform entire communities and organizations. In a world that often feels divided and polarized, gracious words act as a bridge, helping to build connections and foster understanding across differences of opinion, background, and belief. By modeling a way of communicating that is rooted in empathy, respect, and goodwill, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positivity that can spread far beyond our immediate circle of influence. Of course, cultivating a habit of gracious speech is not always easy. In a fast-paced, high-stress world, it can be all too easy to fall into patterns of negative self-talk, criticism, and blame. We may find ourselves lashing out at others in moments of frustration or self-doubt, or engaging in gossip and rumor, mongering as a way of building social bonds or asserting our own status and power. Breaking free from these patterns requires a conscious effort and a willingness to take responsibility for the impact of our words on ourselves and others. One of the key strategies for cultivating gracious speech is to practice mindfulness and self-awareness. By paying attention to our thoughts and emotions in the moment, we can catch ourselves when we are tempted to speak in ways that are harmful or unproductive. We can take a step back, breathe deeply, and choose a different response, one that is rooted in kindness, compassion, and respect. This may involve reframing our perspective, looking for the good in others and in ourselves, and making a conscious effort to speak in ways that uplift and inspire rather than criticize and demean. Another important strategy is to cultivate a sense of empathy and understanding. When we take the time to put ourselves in others' shoes, to listen deeply to their perspectives and experiences, we are better able to respond with grace and compassion. We recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles, that we all have our own struggles and challenges to contend with, and that a kind word or a supportive gesture can make all the difference in someone's day, or even their life. Final lesson: the power of words. In this book, we have delved into the significant influence that our words can have on our lives and the lives of others. We have observed the impact of language on our thoughts, beliefs, and actions, as well as the potential for words to either inspire or harm us. By understanding the impact of positive words, we can improve how we see ourselves, strengthen our connections with others, and make a positive difference in the world. However, harnessing this power can sometimes be challenging. We need to be aware of the language we use, carefully select our words, and speak sincerely and kindly. We are required to assume responsibility for the consequences of our words, even if those consequences were not intended or are challenging to handle. It encourages us to utilize our words not only for personal gain, but for the betterment of everyone. As you venture into the world, equipped with the wisdom and understanding you've acquired from this book, keep in mind that your words hold the ability to mold your reality. They have the power to open doors or close them, construct bridges or destroy them, mend wounds or cause them. They have the power to alter the trajectory of your life and impact the lives of those around you in various ways. Make thoughtful choices when selecting your words. Speak in a gentle and compassionate manner, showing understanding and affection. Communicate with the intention of uplifting, encouraging, and inspiring others. Share your stories, hopes, and dreams, and listen with an open heart to the stories of others. Always remember the incredible impact your words can have on shaping the world. Go ahead and confidently express your thoughts. Make your words shine in the midst of darkness, bring healing to the wounded, and inspire transformation. It's important to realize that every word you speak has a profound impact on your life and the lives of those around you. You have the ability to wield the power of words. May you utilize it wisely, courageously, and with immense affection. By taking this action, you can make a positive impact on both your own life and the world around you. And that, ultimately, is the most significant power of all.